My name is Mr. Fantastic Will Knox. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. I'm about 36 years old, and I've been wrestling for 1 year.
You got a late start in pro wrestling. How did that affected your career?
Well, you know, sometimes we get start late in our life, and it's actually driven me to work harder. Because I know that I should have done this 15, 16, 17 years ago. So I know that everyone's going to tell me this is a young man's game. I know everyone's going to tell me that you started late. So I kind of look like I got to work double hard because I got a lot that I got to make up.
Every show you go to, you bring your dog Pax. Tell us more about him.
Well, he's a good dog. I wish I could have brought Pegasus too, but they actually had puppies, so she had to stay with the puppies for these last 8 weeks to take care of them. I love bringing my dog everywhere with me. It wasn't a wrestling show. If I went to Lowe's, Tractor Supply, Home Depot, grocery store, liquor store, anywhere, my dogs go with me. You know, they're family to me, and so they're my road dogs.
You've done a lot of traveling in your short time in the business. What has been your favorite state you went to wrestle in?
Every state, because every state has given me an opportunity to do something that I love. I love going to Tennessee. That crowd has, adopted me as one of their own, and so I love them people with all my heart and soul. I love my Jersey people. They have adopted me as one of their own. I love them. You know, I can't wait till Maryland fully reopens because I've got family and friends here. DC reopen, family and friends. Virginia to reopen, family and friends. So the people here can see what I've always wanted to do.
What is with your love of blue?
Blue is my favorite color. It's the best color. It doesn't matter if it's cobalt blue, baby blue, light blue, ocean blue, sky blue, midnight blue, and it looks good on me. It makes me look good. Sometimes pink and other colors too, but I love all the colors, but blue is just something that really makes me look good.
With your rise of deathmatch wrestling, what are your opinions on ultraviolence?
I've always been a deathmatch wrestling fan, whether you want to call it hardcore, extreme, ultra-violent. It's a subculture of professional wrestling that's not for everyone. But for those of us who do enjoy it, it clicks into something that's just real and just emotion. I've worked with some of the deathmatch wrestlers on certain shows, and I've been able to learn a lot from them guys. They've been able to help me improve my game. But it's just something about watching, like, oh my God, like, are they going to survive this?
You've worked in front of some southern crowds. You've worked in front of some southern crowds where they have yelled radical slurs.
You got it.
You've worked in front of some. You've worked in front of some southern crowds where they have yelled radical slurs at black.
It's okay. Come on around. Come on over here. You little nerds. Come on. I've worked in front of some southern crowds where they've said some really racial things, but you know what? I'm a grown man. It rolls off your back. Either I can let that action affect my emotions and then take me off my game, or I can just be the bigger man and just, ignore it and move on.
From all your matches, which was your most memorable?
My most memorable, I would say, is against my trainer, Sickened. I felt that in that match, something clicked on, and I was able to put together everything that in training, everything that's been told to me, and I felt like at that moment I became a little bit better of a wrestler.
Do you have any good road stories for us?
Oh man, good road stories. I guess it was at the Colt 45 tribute show, and I see a scaffold next to the entrance. And this is almost close to the main event, and I turn to John Wayne Murdoch and I say, "Hey John, are you doing your destroyer, the scaffold tonight?" And he looks at me and says, "There's a scaffold here?" And I was like, "You didn't see this whole big scaffold next to thing that I've never seen here before in my life, and I've been here about 3 or 4 times now?" He's like, oh. So they take the scaffold away. Later on, there's glass, the scaffold, and I guess the glass wasn't checked to see if it was tempered. Well, we just got a nice little shard of glass down J.W. Dalton's back, and I kind of felt like maybe I shouldn't give suggestions anymore.
Do you believe wrestling is a dying art?
No. I think wrestling fans is a dying art. And not to say that in a negative way. I believe, we've become so tribal. And don't get me wrong. Growing up in, the 90s, I was the ECW guy, ECW, and if WCW's on you, like I'm a WWF guy, I'm a WCW guy. And eventually that tribalism just turned to, if you don't like this company, you don't like this company. Well, if you're a fan of professional wrestling, you like professional wrestling. Doesn't matter who's putting it on, you enjoy the art that's in front of you. So I just hope, and I'm not trying to put down fans because that's what pay our bills, that's what keep this industry going. I just hope that more fans get out of the tribalism and open their minds. You know what? Just because you don't like that company or you don't like that, watch it. You may find someone there that you do enjoy.
Who would you like to wrestle by the end of the year?
Who would I like to wrestle by the end of the year? Wow. There's a lot of people that would be on that list, so it'd be very unfair to just name several names. But I'm going to have faith, and hopefully, if y'all see me through this next year, you'll see me wrestle those people. And you got any more questions? No. All right, thank you for your time. You may follow me on my social media handles at Fantastic1WK on Instagram, Fantastic1WK on Twitter, and Mr. Fantastic Will Knox on Facebook.